What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Chase, and this is Cut to the Chase with me, Chase. And sometimes it is nice to sit back and watch karma take its course. Now, we all know there's a big problem in voice acting, especially when it comes to being of the correct race. And that if you do not match the race of the character, you cannot voice that character. This applies specifically only and exclusively to you white people. But there's one guy in particular, his name is SungWon Cho, who is reaping the fruits of what he has sown, so to speak. So just to kind of give you a brief overview of what has happened before. So this really kicked off, I would say, in 2020. And it all started with The Simpsons with Hank Azaria. And recently, when I was researching for this video, looks like Hank Azaria has actually come out to re-explain why he stopped voicing Apu. We will get into SungWon Cho in just a second, but Hank Azaria, I would say, is one of the biggest voice actors that's responsible for the current situation that we have. And one of the things he said here was that basically when he thought long and hard about voicing Apu, he figured he was participating in something that was harmful. And he does say that people will comment like this right here, that people will comment, well, what about Luigi or Cletus or other characters that are very stereotypical of their accents? But no, it's just Apu that he tends to find that's the one that brings the most harm to the community. So I think he's just doing a good CYA, if you know what I mean. Coming to today, I think it's more prevalent in the anime side of things, especially the American dubbed anime side of things, because you get a lot of just blue hairs. SJWs, I haven't said that term in quite a while, but yes, SJW. So there was a post here from Toonhai that is revealing the voice cast for the Knights of Guinevere. And I don't know this. I don't watch this kind of stuff. You can see here, yes, they have all the casting listed right here. You got a great blue-haired woman right there. Look at her. She's just perfect. So, but you can see what I'm saying, like, or right here, like she won't even show her face, and it's just an anime character. And yeah, I feel like she's probably the most decent looking, but the big one here was right here, SungWon Cho. Now, you may not know who SungWon Cho is, and I'm not going to act like I did, but most recently he was a voice in, what is it, K-pop Demon Hunters. He was a voice in that. He's also been in God of War and some other notable projects. But it's safe to say you're not going to see something because SungWon Cho is in it. He's just a voice actor. And that's the thing about voice acting, is they are gatekeeping it so hard, and they're putting on these absolute ridiculous restrictions with race-based casting, where if you're going to play an Asian, you need to be Asian. If you're going to play a gay, you need to be gay. If you're going to play whatever, you have to be in that identifying role. Now, this mostly applies to straight white people, as in straight white people can't do that. They can't play a black character. They can't play an Asian character. They can't play a gay character. However, it is notably understood that the reverse is not true. If you are black, you can play a white character. You can voice a white character. But what I'm saying is these restrictions, these rules that you want to set up, these rules for thee and not for me that you want to set up, will come back to haunt you. And that is what it's doing. And it's really stupid because voice acting is so close. It's so close to be replaced by AI. Like, it really is. The fact that it's still going is just almost a miracle, because voice acting through AI is getting so good that a company could basically say, we're not going to deal with this anymore. We're just going to use AI and not have to worry about any of this race-based casting or any of that. So anyway, this popped up and it set some people on fire because you have SungWon Cho here who's playing a white guy. And I think this Lauren Kong, I would say that character she's playing looks pretty white to me. So anyway, we go right here and we can start reading the comments. Why are there Asians playing white people? That's racist. Why are Asians playing white people? Kind of hypocritical. Pro ZD. Pro ZD is SungWon Cho. And we're focusing on him because he's the character He's the person we're going to follow through this. Why is Ching Cho voicing a non-Asian character? Cho has already turned away most of the potential audience. Pro ZD, Cho, you're not white, so you shouldn't be playing a white character. Stay in your lane. You wanted things like that. And it's true. It's true. People will, if you go and look at this, people are going to try and spin it that, no, actually, Cho has always been very pro, not doing this. Not on the race-based casting. When he is so ingrained in it. We will check that out in just a second. And Tu and I, Pro ZD, want to advocate for people to play and voice characters only of their own race. Why is he voicing a non-Asian character? He should stay in his own lane as he wanted and advocated for others to do. Not cool that an Asian guy is playing a non-Asian and non-Lardas. Too. I'm offended. So, yeah, all the comments are just like, all really just ripping into this hypocrisy that we see, and I am here for it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you haven't subscribed yet, you should subscribe. So this right here is where we can see where he has advocated that voice actors should play their own race. So this is with Wendy Lee. So to keep it simple, Wendy Lee was fired because she wasn't the race of the character she was voice acting. After some time, she got rehired to play that same character. And SungWon Cho tweeted this out. The recast was already unacceptable, but this is just effing yikes on top. And this is in response to her being recast or rehired to play that same character. So we can see where SungWon Cho's loyalty lies. Now, obviously, we can see that when these rules that he advocates for are applied to him, he is not as hyper-vigilant about accepting them. He gets pissed off like anybody else would. So he says here, I got an audition for a prominent cartoon where I was just sent the Asian character. Looking through the rest, I told my agent, hey, I'm happy to read for this, but can I read for some of these others? To which I was told, all those characters are drawn as white. So no. Ooh. I hate to see it, but I love to see it. To add extra insult to injury, the character I got sent was labeled Middle Eastern, Southeast, or Southeast Asian, because that's all the same, right? You can just lump them into one. My agent told me that is just how major studios are doing things now. I didn't notice this the first time I read it. So he thinks he should be able to read for white characters. But then he's also mad that this character that they sent him is also not of his race, ethnicity. I make it make sense. Yeah, so anyway, it's good to see this happening. I think this needs to be called out, and it should be called out. And as such, SungWon Cho can't handle it, and he has since left Twitter or X, and he said this as his parting gift to say that I'm leaving. Hey, all, this will be my last tweet on this platform. I will no longer be using Twitter after this. If you look at the replies on my latest announcement tweet, you'll see a lot of comments like this. This is what we're referring to. This tweet here that was announcing the show. Why Cho already has turned away most of the potential audience. You're not white, so you shouldn't play the white character. Stay in your lane. You wanted things like this. So yes, because people are calling me out on everything that I've promoted, I'm out of here. What a loser. What a loser, dude. And while I think the normal procedure has been to block and move on, I truly don't think Twitter is worth it anymore. Leave. We don't want you. So I absolutely have no sympathy for this. I think it's righteous karma that has come down upon him. And I think more of this kind of stuff should happen. And I hope it does. So it's good to see. I like it. I don't know if it's a win, but I'll take what I can get. But anyway, I'd love to know what you guys think down in the comments. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. Hit that bell for notifications. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I hope you can help us accomplish that. And as always, guys, peace out.